This is LEGO Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. We're here on Xbox Series S, diving into this magical journey that captures all 9 of the epic Star Wars films. Be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. Let's dive in here. This is an opening segment, by the way. It's such a cool video to kind of just relay the beginning here of the game. It's really just epic, and it kind of gives you a little bit of a tease of what the whole game has to offer, which is so cool. So this is 1080p, 60 FPS, and there is HDR support as well, which is great. And it's all of the episodes, it's the full package, the full experience. Plays really well, looks good, feels fantastic. And it's all of the characters, all of the moments, all of the action you would expect. You know, I've been a fan of the LEGO Star Wars titles since the very first release. I played it on the original Xbox, and then, you know, I played the original trilogy, and I played the complete saga at the time, which was episodes 1 through 6. And, you know, I 100% of that, and then there was numerous other little LEGO Star Wars throughout the years. You know, episode 7, the Clone Wars, stuff like that. And it's absolutely amazing to be here seeing the full scope of a series I love available for new generations to enjoy. With all of the crazy characters you could ever want, literally hundreds, 380 unique characters with different costumes and different designs and different styles from the different eras that are present. It's really just amazing across a huge range of planets, with all these different ships and different upgrades you can do, and different missions and puzzles and side missions and objectives and trials and secrets and things to discover across every single episode. You play episode 1, you can play episode 4, you can play episode 7, and you can work through unlocking them. 1 will unlock 2 and 3, 4 will unlock 5, 6, 7 will unlock 8 and 9, and that's kind of how you go. And then there's extra stud points, extra code things you can enter to unlock other characters. It really is just absolutely amazing, the scale of what this game has to offer. The different things you can do, the collectibles you can find. It's amazing. Like, you could spend tens and tens of hours sitting here just exploring. And, you know, it's got that humor, it's got that style. It's got cooperative play locally for 2 to enjoy playing. It always hooks to the left there. But I think it looks, you know, really quite fantastic, the art direction. And you get all these, like, hub-type worlds. You know, it's not just these missions, but there's all these areas that you can go to. We'll show that off after the mission's done. But you can go to, like, Coruscant, and there's, like, 3 or 4 different, like, open-world hub areas where you can go and just gather a ton of collectibles, and you can just spend so long sitting here exploring and finding things. It's such a beautiful capturing of Star Wars, you know, a franchise I love, with the iconic characters and the action and everything that you would expect, and I think a little bit more. This really does, you know, not only hit that nostalgia for me, that emotional element of, like, the films I love, but also recreating and expanding greatly past the games that I enjoyed in the past. Now, obviously, you know, they can't capture every moment because they're doing all 9 movies. I would actually expect maybe, you know, we look down the future, 10 years from now, maybe they'll do a new game that, like, literally is, you know, all of the movies perfectly recreated. I don't know, it's hard to say, but for now, this is really impressive. Technically, it's quite a feat, and it's truly exciting to be here, you know, blasting away, showcasing what this has to offer, because, well, you know, Star Wars matters, and it's amazing that this game is so good. You know, there might be an issue here or there. I did have my progression blocked in episode 2, and I had to restart at that point, so that was one thing. I did face a single crash over, I don't know, tons of hours in this, but, you know, for the most part, it all runs beautifully well. It looks really good. I don't really have, you know, complaints about this one. It's very well done. It's the whole world. That is very interesting. Guess you're not supposed to fly up there. But it's all of Star Wars and all the different places you could expect. How do you get that mini kit over there? Just trying to think of how you actually get that little hidden mini kit. Because I got a thing, like I got an upgrade that allows me to see, you know, where some of these mini kits are that I don't have access to. Do I have any of these things? I gotta grab the photon things. But it is amazing. And then you get the music going on in the backdrop. And to me that is just, it's quite spectacular having all of that audio. Can you blow that up? Oh, you actually have to blow up all of the individual little radar dishes. Of course, because you gotta collect the mini kits to do other unlocks. Like, there's so many, it's a collectathon almost, where you can find all of these, you know, hidden little mini kit secrets, which is really exciting to do. But it's got space battles, it's got regular missions, it's got puzzle solving. It is a bit more streamlined, I suppose you could say, in comparison to the LEGO games that came before. You still do get those wild kind of multi-layered levels, but some of them are a little bit more focused with intense boss missions and, you know, different challenges and whatnot. It's all very, very well handled. And now we've got all of the mini kits, yeah. And then you can gather, like, you can do the mumble setting if you want that traditional, oh, they're not really talking, they're going, which is kind of fun. And then there's all these extra missions you can do take on, and all these extra challenges. And there's a lot of heart, there's a lot of love here, you know, a lot of passion that really captures Star Wars. That's the biggest thing, is it's all of Star Wars, which is just so impressive to me. Whether you love the prequels, whether you're into the original trilogy, I guess if you like the sequels, those are there too. And it captures each of them quite well. It has that fun, it has that style to it. It's for all ages, right? That's the beautiful thing of this, is it's a game, I think, for everyone, that you can enjoy. You know, the different challenges that come along the way, the different cutscenes, the big moments. But they're funny too, like it's LEGO Star Wars. There's that heart, there's that humor, there's that action. It all loads quite fast, which is nice too. You do get loading screens, but I mean, you just whip through them basically here, particularly on the Series S, it just goes by. But you know, it does look really quite good on the Series S, I think. I mean, it is a bit lower of a resolution option than I'm necessarily used to, but you know, that's definitely an option there. And again, you can see in the video options you could choose to go down to 30 FPS if you'd like to. I don't know why, but you know, that option is there if you'd like. So keep that in mind. I feel like we missed a challenge on that mission. But it just, like, it's wild that you can literally be like, okay, I'm coming in here, travel to space, or travel to different parts of the planet, and then go to different areas within that planet, and then collect bricks, and collect hidden things, and go on missions. You can start a mission on Tatooine, and end up on maybe Dagobah or something like that. It just has, like, such a range of creative setups and things you can do and things you can see, and it looks beautiful. Like the planets, the design of it, there's like space battles you can do, different like space missions. You get like a full space scenario across all these planets. It just, like, it seems like it perfectly captures the spirit and the design of what a LEGO game should be, and it goes a little beyond it. I genuinely was blown away by playing this game. It was so much fun. There was like that nostalgia, but there was also, you know, that element of being like, wow, they would have never been able to pull something off like this when I was younger. Like, this is beyond the scope of anything I have seen before from the LEGO franchise. It really is just a complete standout. And I would love if they actually take this further, maybe do some, like, hey, you know, Mandalorian as a season, maybe an extra DLC mission or something. I think that would be, you know, really, really cool. I think that would offer a lot to this experience as well if they keep adding to it. It really is just amazing how much content is already stuffed into this game, though. I couldn't believe the quantity of things. That's the most part. Although I feel like I spent a lot of time flying, so we definitely are going to be heading down to the planet, because that's where really the, I guess you would say, the pure chunk of gameplay is walking around, visiting these different places. let's go to Mos Eisley there. And collecting studs like crazy too, you know, that's what it's all about. But you can find all the different characters to unlock them, you can buy them with the studs you earn. You can gather all these different ships and find so many, like, it's just crazy. They call them collectathons, but yeah, you literally could just... like, if I was younger, I would just sit here probably for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, gathering things, finding every little stuff. Because you gotta remember, it's like each of those planets has, like, multiple hub-type worlds that you can go to with challenges, and it's just... like, that scale is unreal to me. It truly is just absolutely spectacular what they were able to put together here. It's a true blast. I mean, to me this is a pleasure. And it's Baby Yoda. This is a DLC thing or a deluxe edition version, but yeah, you get Baby Yoda. And I think if you watch, he'll eat the frog. Which is adorable. You gonna eat the frog? Gonna eat the frog, Yoda? Come on? No? He's tired. Come on. Alright, whatever. Yeah, he's not a performer, what can we say? But you can have all these characters, and then on the fly, you can just, you know, kind of pick between them and pick someone else, which is really, really quite cool. And as I was saying, you know, there's multiple ways to play it. You can go and you can do the regular story. Or you can jump in and you can do free play. And have different characters and different scenarios and be able to grab things that you couldn't grab while you're doing just the regular story mode. And I think that in itself is just really, really quite cool. And it's all the eras as you're seeing, really, and what I'm telling you. And then on top of that, you know, they've improved so many of the different characters, like the Ewok, or not the Ewok, actually the Ewoks have some cool little abilities they can do, but, you know, if you played the earlier LEGO games, the droids were practically useless, you know, the droids would not be able to do anything, but now they can actually fight, and they can grapple things, and they have, like, R2 and C-3PO have purpose, they don't just drag down the team, and to me that's quite exciting, is the fact that they actually have purpose within this title, as opposed to the past. Well, they did have a purpose then, but they were little annoying to deal with. If you've played those older ones, you know what I'm talking about, where it's like, oh, jeez. Yeah. But seriously, like, this looks, you know, relatively sharp for what it is. Obviously, coming from Series X, it's a little bit lower resolution, but it all seems to be running quite well and looking pretty good, which I am definitely pleased about. I mean, I think this looks just fantastic, right? And then also, like, just the care and attention to detail for all these characters, the little emotes they do, the little ways they interact with things. It's really beautiful. Like, you could just sit here and just, like, run through the episodes. And, you know, if that's your stopping point, is you just want to enjoy the episodes, you do that. But if you want to, you know, go beyond that, there's so many little things to find and to gather and collect. Like, all the circles are things within the world that I can go and collect, because I've got, like, a radar skill. As you've seen with the skill tree here, that I've improved my characters to be able to do more stuff. And it's like that across, like, just all the experiences. You just improve yourself over and over again to be able to explore crazy places and see different things, and then go back and do some more. And as I was saying before, it's co-op too. So you can grab a buddy, you can play, you know, with a family member, like a kid. You can play with one of your kids, or you can play with a buddy. You can, you know, you can do all these different options. Maybe a loved one doing some couch co-op. It's fun. It really is, and it takes me back to that special place. But it's nostalgic, but it's also brand new. So, like, it's cool that you could essentially go and play, you know, the complete saga, which is episodes 1 through 6, and then you can come here and do the Skywalker Saga, and it's kind of different level setups, like different scenarios. It's, you know, they both also kind of stand on their own, and I do hope at some point down the road we get, like, some sort of ultimate thing that just perfectly captures the movies in LEGO. I feel that someday that is inevitable. It's going to happen. But for now, we've got this beautiful technical achievement that offers so many ways to play and so many great sights. It really does. You know, I am so pleased by what they were able to offer with this game. I'm floored by it. Now, if you can, you notice that it is a little kind of blurrier here. Again, that's the Series S. The Series X really does deliver something that is a bit, again, more technically better running for this one, but even on the Series S, it's not too bad. I think you'll have a fun time with it, although this is getting really, really blurry here for some reason. That is strange. I don't know if that's coming across on the recording, but yeah, there is a level of blur to it. And it kind of loads in. It's like a weird visual effect, I guess you would say, is the biggest thing. Where it's kind of like you're waiting for the whole world to kind of come in. I guess that's like a dynamic resolution sort of system almost. Very, very intriguing. But you do get to visit everything, right? Like, we've got Hoth, and Mustafar, and Dagobah, and Endor, and Bespin. All the places you want to go and see are present within the LEGO Star Wars world. Captured here. Like, it's nuts. And you get these beautifully detailed environments that are remarkable. And then you get space. And then you can go and you can unlock other things. Do these different plans. Unlock, like, the Death Star 2, and these more expansive ship options. It's great. Like, I really don't have a whole lot to say about it to a degree, because you know, there's you know what you're getting. Like, it's all of the Star Wars action you want, and you kind of maybe crave almost at this point. Like, it was a long wait for this LEGO Star Wars game, and I think for the most part they really delivered, for me at least. I'm more than pleased by what we got here. This is exactly what I was hoping to experience from a LEGO Star Wars game. Is just basically everything. Like, my expectation, like, I first saw this back in 2019, and I was like, wow, this is, this is really, really impressive, what they have here. There's so many different things you could see and do. And then to see that actually come to fruition and look even better than it did then from that showcase, I am amazed. But it does seem, Series S-wise, again, like you are getting that lower res, and it takes a second for everything to really do that. But if you're not moving through the world as fast, you probably won't even notice that. It depends on your skill. I have super kind of sprint. Like, I've basically upgraded it so my sprint ability is better. You can also, like, look off into the distance. It's not even, necessarily the area here, but you can look off and you could be like, wow, there's, you feel like you're in these iconic Star Wars spots facing off against so many things out there. And I think that in itself is also really, really cool. The fact that it's all of these planets and all of the movies and all of the excitement and all of the love for the series that you would kind of hope to see and desire to see in this. They've really brought it all together here, and that's so cool. I wonder how we could actually get this. Did you guys not sit down there? Well, I'm trying to set up and move this weird box thing so that I could jump up higher. Can we lift that there? There we go. And you get to use the Force in so many exciting ways as you try to problem solve to collect all the bricks and the studs you want. Like, that's kind of exciting, the multi-layer missions, but I think that kind of covers what LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is. I do hope they expand more of it. I hope they go further, because I want more to do, I want more to see. To me, it's basically like a perfect experience that is filled with love and craft and heart that really does present. Like, if I was a kid, I would just be blown away by this. I would absolutely just be thrilled by having, like, this unlimited amount of things to do, almost. Like, I would just waste days away on trying to get everything done. Yeah, it's magical from that perspective. I would have never expected us to actually get something this impressive and exciting, and it captures, like, literally all the heart of the series. How do you open this door? There's gotta be something that opens this. Don't suppose you guys have the plans? My apologies there, Baby Yoda. These are all the droids you were looking for. So anyways, I hope this gave you context and showcased this beautiful game gave you an idea of what it has to offer on the Series S. And, you know, best of luck out there exploring interesting worlds and seeing what it has to present for you.